Apple facing another legal setback over its patent dispute with Massimo over its watch. The federal appeals court refusing to grant Apple a longer pause on the watch import ban. Dan Howley has the latest for us as always. And Dan, thanks for joining us on this. What does this mean for Apple? What do you anticipate the response from the company here?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to pull the Apple Watch again from store shelves in its online store in the U.S., at least as far as the Apple Series 9 goes and the Apple Watch Ultra go. The Apple Watch SE will continue to be on sale. They had to do this originally just ahead of the holidays because of the issues that they're having with Massimo and the blood oxygen sensor. Then there was a chance for them to continue selling it, but now it looks like that appeal for them to extend that hold on the ban is now denied, so they'll have to once again pull them. Overall for Apple, it means that they're going to have to somehow come up with a way to remove the blood oxygen sensor. Apparently they have something in the works, but it just isn't available right this moment. And so, you know, if they do have to pull them tomorrow, or when they do pull them tomorrow, they're not going to have any new Apple Watches on the market. And that doesn't mean that, you can't go to a Best Buy or Amazon or any of those places and buy one. You sure can. The issue is the import then at that point. You know, what happens if Apple tries to import more or if other companies try to import more. So, this is going to continue to be a problem for Apple until this whole blood oxygen sensor issue is sorted out. And we'll have to see if eventually they do start selling the Series 9 and Ultra without the feature completely.
And Dan, that's one issue facing Apple. And then another is we're hearing these reports that Apple could be facing an antitrust trial, perhaps as soon as March. What are you hearing on that front?
Yeah, this is a kind of a continuation of a earlier story that we had heard about Apple kind of facing this potential showdown with the DOJ. This one report is coming from Bloomberg about the March date. But really what's happening is, the DOJ has been looking at Apple, their App Store practices, their software and hardware practices for some time, whether or not they exclude competitors from using their products, and if that hurts competition in a way that would kind of rise to illegal in terms of antitrust laws. So, there's the concerns over whether or not they block the ability for companies to use, for instance, services like Apple Pay or the ability to access Apple Pay hardware. The same with Find My. These are things that have come up quite regularly. There's also critics like Spotify and Tile who can complain about Apple blocking them out or making things harder for them. So this is something that's been going on for quite some time, and it looks like now the DOJ may end up filing suit, although they haven't, according to this report, they haven't finalized any decision yet.
Dan, thanks so much for walking us through that. And I should mention Apple down about 0.5% after the close heading into tomorrow's market. Really appreciate you joining us on All Things Apple always.